took a sleepless week of data crunching, but I eventually tracked down the location of my friends, locked away in the mysterious towers of Prague. At the moment, they're the unwilling guests of Interpol's most renowned prison warden, the Contessa. While still a criminal psychology student, she entered into a whirlwind romance and married a wealthy aristocrat. Sadly, the union was short-lived, as the general suspiciously died a few weeks after the ceremony. The widowed Contessa put her education and newly acquired estate to work by opening a criminal rehabilitation center. Her pioneering use of hypnotherapy has produced some good results, and subsequently earned her a prominent position within Interpol. My friends are locked up somewhere in the clinic, and are slated for the Contessa's Good Samaritan brainwashing. If I don't bust them out soon, they'll be working a 9-to-5 job selling shoes, and I'll be out two best friends.
Do those Interpol dumb fucks not know what fucking genre they're in? Jesus Christ, dude! She's a literal Black Widow spider! Anyway. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Sly 2 Band of Thieves. My cable that connects my PS2 to output is a little bit old and a little bit bad, so anytime it starts to, like, fuck out like that, it's probably because I accidentally yanked something in a weird way, and it, like, moved a goddamn nanometer, basically. And that's, yeah. Not exactly my favorite thing, but also replacing it would probably be kind of not on the cards. It might even require a replacement of the whole machine.
Maybe I'll pick up a few leads on the location of
That would not be great. Especially because I'm pretty sure that prices for PS2 consoles are kind of going up. I mean, yes, all retro game stuff, the prices are going up, but everything that I've heard, especially from any of the people who do, like, PS2 speedrunning stuff, it's what you would call not great. So, yeah. And you might be saying, well, just emulate it. And technically, yes. But also, I've already played 9 hours of this game, and if I emulate it, I'll have to replay through that. And at least 3 of those were some of the more frustrating that I've ever played on the PS2. Maybe not the most so, but pretty bad. And on top of everything else, if these fucking wolves could, like, just go away, it would be real good. But unfortunately, I'm being tracked very heavily by all of these guys. Anyway. Yeah, and unsurprisingly, it's a stealth game. Getting to a stealth object while you're being targeted doesn't work, even if they have no reason why they should be able to see you. But, what? Why did you not get hit by that? Bruh. Fuck it, just give me a full reset on this, because this is some honky horse shit. Anyway, what I was going to say before this game decided to not operate properly. Now, we're starting early with this. How the fuck did this get a third sequel? Anyway, obviously because of, you know, a combination of someone upstairs was like, hey, We have a good reason for it, aka sales numbers. Anyway. Yeah, so what I really was intending to say is that the last time I tried to emulate the first game, it had a very strong tendency to lag severely in a lot of places. So that has sort of swanned me off of trying to emulate the others. And I do know that Sucker Punch did state, especially with the first game, that they struggled a lot to make the game perform well with the graphics engine they were using. So it might be quite understandable then. Is what I'm attempting to put forward. And not necessarily succeeding, mostly because there's like a bunch of things that are just kind of angering me as I go here. Can I shoot that? I can't shoot it, can I? No, for some reason, it's immune to crossbow bolts. Those are some pretty hardy glass bottles because, yeah, they literally only respond to your body for whatever reason that may be. Okay. Well, we've done that. I want to see if I can go get that bottle, but... Really? This guy is back already? Oh, and of course, because of that, a guy that I literally could not see is over here too. Nice. Real nice. And see, I don't have problems with getting spotted by certain enemies, but when they seem to come in from off-screen, which seems to occur with a shocking amount of regularity. Also, when I, like, point-blank shoot these guys with the crossbow and it doesn't hit them for some reason. That's a whole other issue, but... Well, that was funny, but also, wow, that thing swings fast. How do you expect me to get past this without taking a hit? I guess we'll... Whoa! Alright, okay. And then you spawn me right in the line of fire. Okay, and it didn't work before, but this time it did, so, now things are getting weird. I love video game mechanic. Is there a reason for me to be over here? Well, I guess to get the bottle, but otherwise, like, there doesn't seem to be anything here. Well. Okay, that one's actually a fair miss, but which makes that a really like crazy hit that shouldn't have happened, but hey. Meanwhile, thankfully that dude is still asleep, even with the loud noises nearby. Loud noises, etc. Get in the water. Okay, that's probably not actually water. But it's behaving like it anyway. Obviously, this is intended to be done with Sly. I'm trying to do it with the turtle just because I'm here. And I may forget later. Also, I don't entirely know my way around here, so... That counts as a noise to make the guy try to investigate me. That's mean. I mean, okay, I get it, but also that's mean, and that's not really the case in the previous game, so that's a bit of a swerve that would really throw you off. As you can tell by the fact that I was thrown off by it. Okay, I was expecting that to not count that time. For some reason. Ah, good, we got ambush statues here of a type. Holy shit, there's so many enemies here. That's a lot of damage. I mean, we were gonna die in 2 hits anyway, but that definitely is a very big looking hit there, and yeah. This is going to get very annoying very quickly. Why did you have to do this from a game design perspective? That's why I didn't want to go into melees, because they would just start doing this shit. They knock me down to street level, and now I gotta deal with the fact that there's like 5 of these dudes here. Hits! Plus, I probably hit him a couple of times before that I didn't count. Why? Why? That is so annoying, especially when it takes like 1,000,000 miles of knockback. Like, seriously? Is this necessary? Oh, boy. Well, I started it. I'm trying to actually finish it, but... I don't know. This is mostly just giving me, like, Wow, this is really why I gave this up as a kid, isn't it? Because, yeesh. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Don't you fucking dare, man. He makes the snore that makes you hawk a loogie. I'm sorry, those guys were asleep. Like, now you're just lying to me, game. Yeah, I think we're not supposed to go this way. Remember to what the? What? I got shot by the... Like... It's like they have a backswing. Also, this guy didn't get hit by that. That's... really, really annoying me. Also, I still don't know how to get where I'm going, by the way. Because it's clearly not that way. That way is entirely blocked. Okay, good. The size modulator thing. I was worried for a second, but that's because the guy that I tried it on before got knocked off the edge. Which, yeah, that's the thing that's a little bit wacky. Well, no, that looks like he would have landed on dry land. Because I'm trying to be like, okay, is it just if they would fall to their deaths? Because the enemies can swim about as well as we can. And it's only worse because they have a smaller health meter. Until inevitably they don't, which I know is going to happen eventually. Yeah, so that's a little bit bizarre in terms of how it actually works sometimes. Seven. 8 hits to kill that guy. Granted, it's Bentley, so like, okay, Bentley isn't a physical fighter. I get it. I get that. It better be less bad when we're in control of Sly or especially Murray. I hate playing as this stupid fucking turtle so much, dude. Fine, I'll just take the... Well. Oh, I can't move them. Okay. I mean, fair enough, but I definitely feel like I got baited a little bit there. Good. So that attracted both of them, and for some reason they didn't get put to sleep. Either of them. Even though the hit detection on that crossbow is just ass, man. Like, I've been holding back from pointing it out, even though it's obviously true, but oh boy, it's so bad. Feels like it's been getting worse. Okay, so I'm assuming that this is the way to go. Because it kind of looks the part. And I'm waiting for the ambush statues. And there's a tank. Oh, yeah, see, I told you I was waiting for this to happen. Okay, well, at least the bombs are half of their health. Bentley, get up. How long do you need to stay in your, like, can't do anything animation? Which, I mean, at least it seems to be iframes, but that may mostly just be because, like, every enemy just responds to that by, not following up. Which is good. But still. Oh boy, that takes legitimately just, like, forever. That makes sense, I just thought it was on a timer or something. And apparently I thought it was on a very long timer, because I'd basically been staring at that for a week at that point. This is probably more like the destination that we have to get to after we start the mission, as opposed to the mission start itself. But I'm trying to get to an actual vantage. Oh, no, we have to get on top of this. Okay.
Aha! The Contessa is out making her rounds. Wait a second. The feathers on my sleep darts vibrate near sounds. If I maintain my position on top of this parabolic dish, I should be able to hear that frequency at a distance. This is great.
Sure.
If I tag the Contessa with my darts, I'll be able to listen in on whatever she says. I might even learn where she's locked up Sly and Murray.
Why are you just thinking of this now? Yes, the implication here, we are supposed to stand on top of this, thing. Was she not? Well, she was crawling on the wall. Did she change her, Oh, there she is. God, I can't see shit here. It's actually just too dark. This... So, honestly, there was kind of a problem with the previous environment and the color scheming.
The Claw Gang is falling apart. Spice shipments have all but stopped. I never would have joined if I'd known it would be this easy to disrupt the plan.
Not being very,
Their lopsided morality flies in the face of man's inherent selfishness. Ah well, they'll see it my way soon enough.
Why are you discussing man when there's, like, no humans in this world? I guess you don't know what else to call, like, all of the various humanoid creatures, but...
Sending me criminals and I keep making money. How come no one ever thought of this before? Hypnotize criminals and force them to reveal where they've hidden their fortune. I'm a genius. If only I had more spice to help me with the hypnosis.
You know, I don't think most major criminals or criminals period really have that much to... That's why nobody thought of it first. Also, I feel like... Bentley, can you not record this in some way? Is nobody in this... Is nobody in this universe familiar with audio tape? Are you familiar with audio tape? Yes, thank you, Bender. Getting the Richard Nixon head. Who still won the election in that episode because, well... Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know if it counts as Simpsons predicting the future, but it's the same creator, so...
The fat one. What's his name? Murray. Yes, Murray. He'll be the first to break. I should spend a few sessions probing that feeble mind. I can only imagine the wealth that gang has accumulated over the years.
Actually, they kind of haven't, but, Anyway, how else does she show up is my question. And also, I'm doing a lot of that, like, older... This is very much sort of a DK64 thing that I'm doing, where it's like, okay, zoom in to try to get your shots to get further, because of the sniper scope in DK64 actually literally working like that. You zoom in for more range because your shots just sort of like, basically the sniper scope moves the front of your gun up further. It's real stupid.
Slowly, the reality of his captivity will set in, and I'll get to work on his mind.
I mean, I don't think it is visually like that in the game, but I don't know.
She's no help.
Oh, you're no Wallace Shawn, buddy.
Why, that's the most heinous crime I've ever heard of. Putting inmates into hypnosis so they'll tell her where they've stashed their loot. It dishonors both law enforcement and thieves at the same time. I should get to work and figure out a way to break Sly.
I would say, shouldn't you, like, record this and send this off to the cops, too? But, like, they'd actually be cool with it, because they'd just be like, oh, well, asset forfeiture. That's a thing that exists, civil asset forfeiture. So, yeah, minimal difference, you know? Minimal difference. Now we get to get back to the part of the game that sucks butts. Because while that was tedious and a little bit annoying, that's all it really was. Alright, the tank is shooting at us, and it does not deal friendly fire. Huh. Good to know, though. I suppose. Anyway, there was a bottle around here, and I'm trying to find that. Get this thing off me. Might have been further up. I might have to reclimb the house. I don't know if that's the one I was hearing, but might be. I don't know where I'm... Oh, is it literally just keep going around? No, I guess they want you to jump on the car. Climb up that way, huh? can't get over there right now, I suppose. 4, 5, 6. And we broke that barrel. That's real useful. Well, time to just run. Alright, that's on that side, so... Okay, good, that worked. I wasn't completely sure. Because, as we've seen, there have been some reliability issues with that. And thank goodness it gave me health. Oh, fuck! I could do with less of that. Okay, well, I am at least almost to my goal here, so I can get started on the next task. Whoa, hey! Really? Reload faster, you dumb turtle! Fine, I'll just have to beat him the old-fashioned way, to death. And unfortunately, no good. That guy saved him, wow, okay. Alright. At bare minimum, though, I'm pretty sure that's literally right outside the safe house. At least that's basically what the arrows looked like earlier. Yeah, it's literally right there. I could have just died and warped that way.
A control system for the electromagnetic train. By hacking all the terminals along the train tracks, I should be able to reverse their polarity, thereby turning the train into a giant projectile. Without question, its impact on the prison walls should create a hole large enough for Sly to escape through.
Ah, boy. Hacking. That means that we're about to play a stupid minigame. I'm sure this is going to play real good. As soon as it decides to actually register that I'm nearby.
Ah, nothing like a good computer hack job. Now, the left analog stick should... I'll have to hack through these barrier nodes. I should move the right...
Okay, no, it's a very simple twin-stick shooter. It's just that it's incredibly simple.
By using both analog sticks at the same time, I'll be able to move and shoot in different directions.
So at least that's easy, although...
The train should be picking up speed.
Boy, maybe they should have like an actual button prompt appear above the thing when you're ready to actually get in the mini game, because that was bothering me a little bit. I mean, it's not the worst it could be, but it was kind of like, really? Is this having a problem? No, it's just being overly precise, which, in fact, I think over-precision is just kind of a consistent issue with all of these games that I've played at times. Specifically, all the games from this series, I mean, not literally all video games ever. That'd be not true. Okay, the sound on that, on you actually hitting those things,
2 down, 4 more.
not very noticeable. Although I think part of that is because of the music, where it's just like, okay, we sort of took an old style sound chip and we made a very simplistic bass line, and it's like, not exactly, obviously. It's a relative facsimile of it. Oh. And it's a style of thing that I'm not really a big fan of. Like, I don't know, actually. I think part of it is just like there is something is a little bit at odds with the overall sense of aesthetics here. Of, okay, the music is roughly fine for being sort of an Atari-ish thing, but the graphics are too advanced, and honestly the controls probably are too. Not that I necessarily am completely certain as to what
That should speed
it would
up
be
the
like for a
train
twin-stick
by at
arcade
least
shooter in that
50%.
era. Because I haven't really played any of those in a very long time. But, whoa! Look out, we're almost roadkill. It is still just kind of, yeah. It bothers me a little bit. I mean, there's also the part where, again, the sound effects are just straight up too quiet for this music, because what the fuck is sound mixing, right? You know, which is kind of the complaint that one would have about every game from this generation of consoles, this particular era. Oh. This feels like the first one we can conceivably fail. And by conceivably, I mean very easily. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, and this is why, because there's still an ambush waiting for us. Oh, and the kamikaze ships are still coming after us. Well, whatever. Just bail. We got it.
2 more terminals.
I mean, fair enough that they're getting more challenging. Now, which direction am I supposed to go? I wish I had good rooftop access here, but I don't. And then say I wish you could see what direction the train's coming from, but yeah, okay. So not that way. We respawn at the terminal. All right, so once again we do the. Oh god, that thing is fast. I didn't properly go sideways really though, so that is also on me, but man, that thing is getting pretty quick. Anyway, I was going to say, we're doing the sensible thing and running into traffic here, basically. And we're using this to theoretically help us track the direction we need to go. Whoa, hey. And there's a bat who just blends into the background. Income? Oh, no. Well, I mean, yes, but also. Hey, wait a second. That seemed like the other way this time. But more importantly, it's that electric barrier that is a problem for us. Hey, Retro. Whoa! I thought I was a little bit more to the side there, but I was clearly not. Boy, our flattened turtle went real far. Alright, well, time to sit here and wait for a moment. I just try to... That don't make no sense, dude. That is completely stupid. Why did they come from both directions on a single track? Like, what? You say, barring it, like, turning around that... And it clearly does not turn around that close. Yeah. I have no real other follow-up to that other than, what the hell? Okay, so now we got moving ships who can shoot us. And are remarkably durable. Like, I think it's 4 shots each. That's kind of a lot to distract us from dealing with this thing, so... Ah. Crap. We were real close there, too. I just wasn't having a great job of navigating around these guys. What the hell was that? I got stuck pretty badly there. Pull those guys to that area. The sad part is that even for all of that, I'll take this over the regular Bentley gameplay.
Yes, the train's at full speed. Now, on to reverse the field's polarity.
Alright, just one more. Oh, that's odd. You see, here they're changing things up a little bit for us, because... use the nodes for something different this time, I guess. Or do we just have to hit all 3? I don't know if that barrier being down or not had an effect, actually.
Bullseye!
Well, sure, that... we'll go with that working. That makes sense, I guess. Provided you don't think about it too much. Whoa. Oh, I'm over here. Wow, how'd I get all the way over here so quickly? These guys are still fucking following me. Seriously, what do you want from... Well, at least he died for that too, but like... That was pretty cheesy on the game's part. Of just causing me to fall into the water because the boat dipped a little bit too low.
All the guards along the prison wall are outfitted with a motion tracking device. There's no way for Sly to escape. Unless I take those guys out with my RC chopper.
Oh, joy.
That'll learn ya. The Turtle Terror strikes! If that was the avionic packet, I'm going to cry. Please don't let that be the rotator coupling. 3.95 GPA, sucker. Curses!
God, these missiles are real fast in this area.
Bentley strikes again.
Like, far more than in World 2.
I'm your worst nightmare in turtle form.
To an extent that feels a little bit problematic. But also, it feels like we haven't been taking damage from these guys. Like, their guns don't do anything anymore. It's literally just the missiles. How about that?
Sly, can you read me?
How I've missed that sensuous voice of yours.
Save the jocular comments for later. That hook above the train?
Yeah?
It's your only means of escape. Jump and hit the circle button to grab hold. Then swing onto the back of the train. I've already established a safe house and downloaded its GPS coordinates into your binocucom. We'll rendezvous there.
Wow, you've really thought of everything.
Don't I always?
Yeah, you do. Thanks for busting me out.
Oh, well, you know the old saying, if you can't count on a friend to bust you out of jail, what kind of a friend are they?
Truer words were never said, wizard.
Wizard. Wrong genre. Oh. Uh-oh. I'm surprised that doesn't just immediately send goons. Okay, I'm sorry, because they were pointing a slightly different direction earlier when they were talking about the train during the little conversation there. Oh, well, that was my bad. I got way too close there. They hit real hard, and there's like 800 of those guys. Eesh. Combat still sucks as somebody who can actually fight. Cool. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but still. Oh. set this up just in case I need it. I think it timed out. Well, I do hear a couple of those guys having a bit of a hard time with each other, so maybe not. Alright, gotta be just very methodical with this. Now that we're using a character who actually plays decently. Shouldn't throw that away. Not that we get thrown back in jail, that's not a thing, but... You know, the general sense of... Don't be fucking around too badly, but hey. We got back and, honestly, don't know why we needed that screen.
Okay, here's the situation. I've done some deep database crunching and figured out that Murray is doing time in cell block D. Getting him out is going to be tough. As you know, he's not very light on his feet. First, we'll need to get Murray into an isolation cell away from the other inmates. Second, I'll need you to get a sample of the Contessa's encryption algorithm. Don't worry, I'll explain later. Third, you'll need to pickpocket a few keys from the Contessa, but watch out for her pack of bodyguards. And fourth, you'll have to deactivate her giant attack robot. No, really, Sly, I'm serious. The Contessa has a giant attack robot. It just looks like a water tower. Now, once you've pulled off all these jobs, we'll be ready to make a play for the big guy.
Which isn't saying... Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's kinda... what I would expect is not saying much. Hey, Matt, we are... gonna take in a little bit more Sly Cooper gameplay so that way I can feel good for a little moment here. I don't think there's any more, well, there's... I can't see the fifth icon. I assume it's a Sly icon, but, yeah, just in case there was a mission for Bentley, which I don't think there is another one yet, but, we're at a place where I don't actually remember offhand. Also, nobody noticed Bentley hurling a train into the prison wall there earlier? Like, they're not on higher alert for any of this? Or are they just incompetent? Which, to be fair... Actually, never mind, they are just incompetent. What am I saying? Ah! Not that I'm really covering myself in glory here either, but like, ooh. Regular Tuesday night. It's Wednesday. But yes. Other than that part. Regular Tuesday night, but it's Wednesday. Which is about par for the course for anything in here, right? That's that level of brain usage that we, become confused by or something. No, I hear the bottle. I don't know where it is, though. This way is further away from it, so... Recross the hook. Yeah, what's that hook on, anyway? Okay, it is on a thing. I was like, wait a sec. And then this guy got salty at me. Not paying attention to him or something. Wow, the knock... Like, we already knew about that, but still, the knockback on those bat guys is, like, ridiculous. I didn't think about it and just ate the hit, because I was like, well, surely it's not going to be that bad, and I never remember that it is, in fact, that bad. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's also because for most video games, bats tend to just be like glorified birds. And by glorified, I mean, I don't completely know what exactly I'm trying to indicate with that, other than bats are basically just kind of used as birds in most video games. And we all know, if you've ever played any video game, that birds are kind of a pain. Especially in platformers. Meanwhile, I just kind of feel like, what, do you really need some sort of edgy bird? You can't make bats do something a little different? Man, we've already got crows. And you might be saying that that's not necessarily the best of comparators, and you're correct, but this is video games, not real life we're talking about here. So I digress. The birds in Fallout are invincible. Well, see, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Birds, bats, in real life, those are both pretty cool. Video games, however, I don't know what developer, like, had some sort of bird trauma and just started the ball rolling, but I'm assuming that's what happened. Because it's the quote-unquote most logical course of reasoning. But that is not really saying a whole lot. Right, because, Ninja Gaiden, right? Yeah. I was trying to place that for sure, because it's like, well, clearly my NES game history has kind of gone down the shitter over the years, but I remember that. Part of it is because I've been playing more like early 2000s games because I'm bad at video games, and that's like the only era that I'm good at. Also, this is sort of the point in time when games start to get more... Why you do this, Sly Cooper? 1 second. Had a chair problem here. Yeah, I'm only like 35 years old. Oh, you meant... No, it was for other reasons. Although it was also well-timed because I just did this, which is absolutely not what I meant to do. I just lost a massive amount of platforming progress. Because the game was like, oh, the blue particles you want to lock onto are obviously the ones that are, like, so far away that you can't see them, right? The ones that would be outside the draw distance if you turned the camera in that direction. That obviously is what you were after, right? Oh my god. That's like Rocket Robot on Wheels levels of jank. Okay, not quite. Rocket's physics janks were even worse. So at least Sucker Punch did improve a little bit over the previous couple of years, but that's not really saying a whole lot right now. Oh, what the hell was that? Was that some sort of spider mine that thing just hawked up? I didn't know they could do that. That's multiple levels of bizarre. Anyway, the NES full stop is closer to 40 years. In fact, I think the NES is over 40 years old. And that's just counting the US version. Because it did take us a couple of years to get it over here as compared to Japan because, well, I think we all kind of understand at least the basics of why that happened. Because following the massive market crash, for video games in '83, they were being regarded as a fad for a while. Which is also why the US design of the NES is like that. Because it was made to look a little bit more VCR-ish for reasons of like, oh, well then it doesn't look like a video games console. Ended up not being such a good thing in the long run, but that's a whole other story. Yeah, around there. And I forget how old Ninja Gaiden 1 is offhand. But yeah, I may never have played the original Ninja Gaiden. In fact, I feel like I've not actually done that.
Sly, I need your help getting a handle on the Contessa's encryption algorithm.
I'd love to, pal, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, I'll explain it to you one piece at a time. See that security station? The guard nearby is responsible for its upkeep.
I'm with you.
Although, yeah,
First, I'll need you to
1988,
pickpocket
so,
the key to the
yeah.
terminal.
A little older than me still, but
Then use it on the security
yeah,
station to
not
set
quite
off
40
the
years old for
alarm.
that one.
Hold up. You want me to set off the alarm?
Yeah, set it off, then clear out as the guard's sure to come running. Once he sees that it's a false
1988,
alarm,
I
he'll
believe,
flip
was
the code
also
and
the
turn it off.
Japanese release
So you want
of
a picture of the code.
the NES version of Bionic Commando.
Shot of that digital readout.
Should I hit all the security stations out here?
That's right. Once I've got a large enough sample of the Contessa's codes, I should be able to crack her encryption algorithm.
Now, see, you lost me again.
Just take the pictures. I'll handle the rest.
That's math shit. He's not gonna understand that. He's not that big of a nerd. Come on. Yeah. Which I mostly bring up because, well, I did a couple of days ago play through Bionic Commando Rearmed, which is mostly, well, obviously it is a remake. Saying mostly a remake, it's a little bit you know what I'm saying, is that I'm trying to imply that it's not necessarily 100% faithful, but it is still a remake, obviously. Right, yeah, you were just barely there. So, yeah, that's the most recent... That's the most recent NES anything that I've gotten anywhere near at this... recently. Is what I'm trying to say, because... Otherwise, the last time I touched anything NES related is probably when I streamed the original Zelda, which was a couple of years ago now, I think. But I don't really know what time is anymore. So if I say something like that, it's just sort of a guess. Because time's just kind of made up. Anyway, I also was trying to say something about favoring games more in this era because this is when you had games having stories a little more, which clearly anybody who's ever engaged with anything that I do on YouTube probably knows that that's a little bit more my bag these days, that I'm actually very much interested in that as a storytelling medium. That's also what got me my degree in philosophy years ago, was looking at stuff like that. And like the idea of using it as a fairly unique thing. So I got to basically get a degree for writing about like Earthbound and stuff like that. Ah, crud. That's not a good place to take that picture, huh? Well, we should still have the key, so we should be able to set the alarm back off. And somehow, this guy is not going to learn at any point to be like, okay, yes, maybe I should stay near there. Which, you know what? That suits me just fine. As I screw up and I drop off of the... It's angled upward. Why would you do that? Like, I know why you would do that for level design, but from the perspective of... Anyway, that's video games for you, right? Sometimes the level design stuff has to take the front seat compared to being logical about it. Are you sure you can tell what number that it... Oh, no, it's using a standard 7-segment display. Of course you can. Those are some very thin numbers, too. Which I guess kind of fits, because... This game is definitely one where the world is a place of more outdated technology, except when it's not. So if it was just, like... very old 7-segment tubes that use, like, thin conductive wire for that. Like, a while back, Technology Connections did a video about Pneumatron tubes, which are kind of on the level of what I'm thinking of. Although those don't seem to have any other obvious evidence of a tube, but that's because of conservation of graphical detail, I'm pretty sure. Because of the art style. Now, unsurprisingly, I can't take the shot from here, but where can I take the shot from? Ah! Fighting you would be a bad idea, because I'm pretty sure that just sort of resets the mission. I don't want to lose the progress that I've made already, so... Yeah, I can't really fight my way out of it. Yeah, that's fine, though. We don't lose our progress, and at worst, we have to recollect the key, but that was getting a little bit too hot for us to handle. And also, there is, of course, the problem that that might have been one of the guards that we can't kill, because of the fact that he... I'm assuming that we cannot kill the big bird guards that are actually monitoring any of the alarms. What's this guy carrying around? It's something of some value, in theory. Don't need that yet, but we will eventually... Oh. This guy, for example, this guy is perfectly fine to give the business because we've already dealt with that alarm. It's just usually easier to ignore them. Fortunately, we were kind of stuck in the fight, so... you gotta. Okay, yeah, his key returned. As was, I guess, to be expected. Oh, hey. Ignore that noise you hear. What noise? Yeah, this guy's sleeping, so take his big rock. Big fancy corundum. So I have to plan out my route here. I think it's going to be go up there, cross the cable, rotate the camera correctly. Can I get to that? Oh, no, I don't have to. I don't have to get to the hook. Go this way. Well, I do need to get to that hook. It's the other one I don't have to get to. Gotcha. Go grab this bottle because it'll bother me otherwise. Let him walk past and go the other way, because... No, that's a pretty good amount of range, so I think we're good to go here. That's not a good enough angle for that. Shit. I have to actually keep going all the way to the chunk of land, don't I? Well. Oh, fuck. Almost ruined that. Ah, we were too late. Fuck. Because for some reason, even though I was pointing right at it, at least I think I was. I admit that I didn't keep my bearings too well. Oh, fuck. Yeah, we're... Okay. Going into first-person mode is based on the positioning of the camera and not of yourself. I hate it. That's terrible. Oh, hey, zoom in better. Oh, almost. Oh, ah! This is like monster. This is really tight, you know, just... It's very possible that I'm supposed to use a different path considering that, but still. Until I actually figure out what that is, this will have to do. And it would also help if I didn't have things like that happen to me. Yeah, see, I think that probably just ruined it for us. Got it! That's probably not the way you're supposed to do it. I have... That's all I can say about that is you're probably not supposed to do it that way, but... It definitely got the job done eventually, a few years later. Of course, I paused right as we're getting shot at right now. It's... Yeah, pretty much. Just if it works, well, a solution is a solution, even if it's really bad. I at least want to be higher up so I can see where this... Oh, that looked much closer because the arrow was so tall. I think we might be able to do it this way. Oh, hey. Yeah, I was going to say, it does look like I shouldn't be able to grab onto it. There we go. It's just really difficult. I think that's designed like that on purpose, though. It's not like the other things where it's like, oh, well, sometimes you just go to the wrong place. Shit. Okay, we're going to have to do something to distract that guy in a few minutes. Once I get him off my case. So I can actually do the actual part of the operation here. I mean, the other options, we just do this, which works. Piss him off. Then we draw aggro in this direction. Get into a fight with this guy, because he showed up, and that's going to ruin things for us, so... That's not so great, but hey. He just sort of walked in the water of his own volition. That's a new guy, I think. Who also came from literally the exact same place, though, so it's like... Oh, well, he's still following us, so that's good, I think. Strange definition of good, I know, but hey. Ow. Just keep running faster and further than he can see. Set off the alarm that he was guarding. And I'll bet he feels real silly now. And I feel a little silly trying to deal with it there, but hey. This should be a fair position to... No, let's try doing it on the cable. There we go.
Okay, that should be enough codes. Nice work, partner.
Funny way to put that together at the end there. See, I've had a lot of criticisms for certain parts of the game here, but when it's funny and good, it's a very entertaining game, and even sometimes kind of all right. It's just that, oh boy, when it's bad, I have a lot of complaining I can do.
Murray out, we'll need him to get thrown into solitary confinement. That pipe will lead
Do I even know the whole
Alright,
plan
I'm
here?
headed inside.
Because I don't think I do, but okay.
Psst, Murray. Hey, Murray.
Huh? Sly? Where are you?
Over here, in the back wall.
Sly! I'm so glad to see you. They've been forcing me to eat meals covered in spice, and I'm feeling kind of strange. You gotta get me out of here.
No problem. Bentley seems to have found a weakness in the solitary confinement cell. If you can get in a big enough fight, the guards will throw you in there. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience.
Well, if you say so, I suppose a powerful force like the Murray could take down 50 foes. If I had to.
Excellent. You beat the snot out of 50 of those guys, and Bentley and I will take care of the rest.
Just go beat up 50 dudes. You know what? Fair enough. I was gonna say, is the counter on the wall perfectly function? It sure does. Honest.
Unstoppability is supreme.
I'm trying to set things up too much here. Just get in there and mash buttons.
In your face.
I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll just set up so that way I can start chucking them around or something. I don't need to do that.
Body slam.
That's a pretty good Pokemon move that... I was gonna say, I don't know if Hippowdon can learn that, but... I mean...
The Murray stands tall.
That's an actual TM in Scarlet Violet, so I'm pretty sure it can learn Body Slam.
15 triumphs.
Because I have to go, wait a second, was that even... Nah, forget it. I am simultaneously over and underthinking this, but...
The Murray chalks up 20.
Dumb gag. Anyway.
Face the Murray. The pink terror strikes again.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to even strategize around chucking enemies doesn't seem like it's worth the time. Unless they make you.
Booyah, jive turkeys.
It's just mash square to win.
Reversal.
In fact, most of the time, it doesn't even seem like it's worth doing stealth kills with him either, because, like... You just kill everything in 2 hits anyway. Wow, your 2-hit combo kills an enemy? Wow, good frickin' work, dude.
47 going to hell.
Yeah.
Eat that, you incarcerating suckers! Is that antisocial enough for ya? You gonna throw me in solitary? Bring it on!
Oh, see, he could have fought those guys too if they didn't just drop the cage on him. But that's a whole other deal. Anyway. sell these, but hey. Yeah, there's that too. I mean, it's a pretty good point, actually. Anyway, we'll deal with this jerk the way that we usually do. The way we usually deal with any of these jerks. I screwed that up pretty badly. I was gonna say, I don't know if or when he's coming back, though, so... It's fine. Oh, but I see you alerted one of... And you pissed off all of those guys in the process. Well... Get me out of here. Okay, how do I get... Oh, I gotta go like a pretty long path to get there, don't I? Actually, we might be able to make that jump. Yeah, that's fine, actually.
To get at Murray, I'll need you to steal 2 tank keys and the tank patrol schedule off of the Contessa.
No problem. I'm an old hand at pickpocketing.
This is going to be tougher than you think. The Contessa's no fool. Since your escape, she never goes anywhere without bodyguards. You'll have to take them out one by one in order to get close to her.
I should probably use noise to lure them away from the Contessa.
We'll hash that out as we go. First, there was a bottle in a very funky position that I'd like to try to grab before we start this mission proper. Okay. Yeah, there she is. I couldn't tell which direction that guy was facing, but... I mean, we could use noise to deal with them, or... we can just do this! Heh. Thankfully, whenever we kill anybody, we don't leave a corpse. We're kind of like... whenever the spy uses most of his unlockable knives... a couple of them, anyway. I think it's more than one. Whatever, I haven't played TF2 in an eternity either, so... As I say, he's got a glowing pants pocket there, so... Oh, okay, so she's not deaf. She just wasn't responding to that before. She decided to change directions. She sure did. Okay. Nope, she's still coming this way. Alrighty. I assume this is going to be a little bit more difficult than just grab from her 3 times. What? Okay. Sure. That is some real sensitivity on that. I probably did walk like a couple of steps too close, but that still feels a little bit like bull. Oh. That's fine. I did screw up with the birds. I was trying to rob that one, but I don't think I don't think this bird even has any, No, this one's got an item. I'm actually curious if the item from the failed run of the mission carries over. The coins presumably do, so I could just fail this as much as I need to in order to raise money for the next world, but there's not much purpose to doing that. Did the bird not... Yeah, he didn't notice anything. He's just back on his rounds. And he doesn't have an item, so... Yeah, she'll hear and see that, and will... not keep going that direction? Yeah, it's not hard. It's just that it's, a bit irritating. God, I need to get so close here, which is a problem because she's got to...
Who goes there? Where are my gods?
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I figured, is that she was going to go elsewhere. Otherwise, that would be really strange. Alright, we got a whole train of 3 birdmen this time. Use that to like catch up a little bit here. Whoa! Uh-oh. Time to bail. You guys saw nothing. Presumably. Alright, can I get a better... I think I need a better lay of the pattern here. Alright, they are back into place, which is to be expected. So we can't just go straight for the spider, but to be fair... That's one of those things that's a little bit tough to deal with anyway. Just feels easiest to kill off all the birds. Certainly not necessary, but... fuck. And now I have to restart the entire thing. Because of... Oh, no, I don't, actually. Okay. That makes life significantly easier, actually. I am really not used to that. But anyway, because I blundered the combo really badly, I gotta take a reset on that thing, so... Come on, turn around, buddy. Shit. I ruined it. What, did I run all the way around to her front? That seems like quite a range there, but... Hey, I guess it is... they're not solid walls, so it would make sense for... to be able to see through them. Still just rather, I'm just kind of... mostly I'm just screwing up in this area. It's not even that this layout is necessarily bad. This camera angle's not great, and the positioning on this bar is somehow worse. Camera, would you like to not suck today? Whew, boy, it was definitely like... It's, usually the camera in this game is okay. I mean, sometimes you get, like, non-ideal camera angles, but rarely is it that level of, like, late 90s incompetent. Anyway, I would like to get this bottle before I move on, just because then I know I won't forget it. Fine. Just go sneak up on this Birdman. Ooh. Get the fuck out of here. I suddenly realized this is not a safe place. She not turning around for that? Okay. Well, that's fine, actually.
Huh? They're gone again.
Easy. Except for all the times it wasn't. Um. That's better. Hey, thankfully the werewolf guy didn't even notice that, so that's good. There's another bottle on one of the like fence pieces elsewhere, so I gotta go find that. And I think there's another one too. No, it might just be the thing making the sizzling noises. Alright. No time for goofing here. Oh, no, never mind. I didn't turn around in time after I... At first, it didn't look like she noticed anything. Well, I kind of screwed that up, but that has its uses too, because that widens the gap. In theory, means that sneaking up on the spider is easier now. Because she won't have heard that. So she won't turn around. I won't have to think about that. There we go.
What? Huh? Where Where are those lazy bodyguards? They're all fire.
Great work.
All 8 of
Now
them.
we're all set up to steal a tank.
Once you manage to find the rugs that they're wrapped in the river. Wait. No, we didn't go that far. At that point, it'd be like, did you guys spend the entire budget on rugs to just... Anyway. Oh, I hadn't even heard this one. This was just enough out of the way to be very quiet at all times. Oops. Screwed that up. It wouldn't be the first time, though, so... Where'd you come from? I think that guy literally jumped out of the water, which is really strange, because those dudes can't swim. Yeah, well...
Sly, those giant pipes under the bridge feed power to the prison's security systems. I'll need to cut the connection to free Murray.
Sounds like
So they're full of wires,
what do you
right?
need me for?
As you know, the bridge is heavily guarded.
I hear you. You'd like a little protection while you place the bombs.
That's correct.
Love to help out, but there's nowhere to hide on the bridge. We're totally exposed.
That's true. To fool the guards, you'll need to break those statues and take their place.
I pose like a statue, the guards walk on by, then pow! I hit them from behind. You're a genius.
That's also correct.
I mean, I could probably just use shock and awe, really, but... You know, we could just bump everybody off and then you could do it, but hey. I'm not going to tell you what to do. That guy, however, noticed immediately. So, you know, this isn't really a Dodo in Super Mario RPG situation, right? Even if this guy is a big, stupid bird. So...
I'm done here. Follow me to the top of the bridge.
Alright, where's... I was gonna say, is there a ping for that, or no? Whoa, hey. Shit. Oh yeah, that guy's gonna be able to tell immediately, like... Alright, come on, get to the other... Just back it up, Bentley, come on. Yeah, the disguise yourself as a statue thing doesn't really seem to work that well. Because the flashlight guys know. Just sort of like, almost preternaturally. But, okay, game. If you believe this will work, maybe it only works at certain ones or something like that. We're probably not even matching the pose whatsoever. Never mind, this actually does work. It was just that one at the bottom for some reason.
This bomb's all set. I'm moving to the next stress point.
You know what? Like I said, just go for shock and awe at this point. If it's just a bunch of the werewolf dudes, I mean... These guys are really easy to fight when you don't get stuck in that one combo attack, which I very rarely see.
Another one in place. Heading back across the bridge.
Alright. So we'll crack that open in case we need it, but for now... I actually think I prefer... No, I'm going to the one that's further up. Well, that's kind of my fault because I screwed up the combo.
The third bomb's in position. I'm en route to set the fort.
Alright, I don't know how many you need, but... It was probably mentioned earlier and I forgot already because... This is a little bit janky. And also I have no idea if he's being pinched right now, so... He could be having a bad time. Okay, no, there's another guy there. Why aren't you doing it? What are you waiting for?
This bomb is ready. Cover me. I'm on the move.
Alright, big gang of dudes here. Honestly, the dive attack would probably have been the thing to have on our buttons for that part, but
Another
hey.
one's in place. I'm moving to the other side of the bridge.
Alright, and that's 5. Here's number 6 that he's setting up. Wow, I can't believe I got away with that. There is, like, no way that should have worked. In exchange, I screwed up my combo.
The last charge is set. Let's get out of here. That takes care of the power to the security system.
And it will not change the map, like, at all in any real appreciable manner. But that whole time I was hearing a bottle and I was trying to decide if I should have gone for it or not. And the answer Ultimately, I decided not to. But who knows, it might have been worth it. With all the delay that was going on for any of that stuff, but hey. I'd rather not have to redo any part of the mission if I can avoid it. Even though the checkpointing now seems to actually have gotten pretty good. Which is wild, because before it was ass. Alright. Give him the combo, and... we lose out on his pickups, but whatever. Whoa, fuck. I thought we were just barely outside of the thing's range. Sight range, rather. Okay. Only 5 more bottles. And I don't know how much is left of this world, actually. But it definitely... we got to be getting pretty close to the end of it, right? Because we've done, like, 7 missions here already. And the capstone is going to be breaking Murray out of jail, right? At least that makes sense to me. What's our... That's getting a little janky, but that's not even the way that would get us there anyway, so... Hey! Get out of here, both of you. Yeah, it's not cute. This thing. Go to the hooks. I mean, yeah, this does get us to this, but this is not what I'm actually looking for right now. Just for fun, I'm going to take this thing. Even though that's obviously going to blow up in our face. Safe house is over there. Yes, yes, I know you didn't die. But you apparently decided to fuck off instead. Okay. And that bird guard is going the other way. Bottle I was looking at earlier is around here somewhere, right? No, our thing. Because I landed right in the guy's point of view. Well, darn. Oh well. Alright. Yep. See you later. Thank you for coming in, Matt. Hey, at you. And we're... I don't know why it always confuses me that we get sent back to here. The character select menu. Oh, there's one, like, right at the safe house, huh? I hadn't even noticed. Get on top of that. Because, yeah, it being on top of the building is where... where it would have to be, right? Dang it! He must have caught me right out of the corner of his periphery. Well, he's not dead, apparently, so... look forward to dealing with that guy again in a year. That's not a command, that's just a reference to my mental condition. If that guy's gonna come back and I'm gonna be like, where the hell did you come from? I mean, I suppose if you want to look forward to it yourself, you can, but... I'm not your mom. Yet. Nice. Alright, yeah, I know where to go. I think I just sort of do that almost as a reflex action too now, so... that's great. For absolutely no one. wish I knew for sure where those last few bottles were. Did we fail to do the combo because we fell off there? If so, I'm kind of impressed that they thought to program that, but I'm still annoyed. I mean, hey, as long as he doesn't follow us, who cares? But still. Does kind of feel a little bad. I thought I heard another bottle over there, that's all.
Okay, Sly, that's it. The Contessa's giant attack robot.
Look, Bentley,
What?
with all due respect, it looks an awful lot like a water tower.
Don't be fooled. That's what she wants you to think. If we try to free Murray,
I mean, I guess you want to
operational,
disguise it as, well.
What, we'll have plenty of fresh drinking water?
serious.
I mean, it
Of course.
could cause a flood.
I do owe you one.
The lightning rods around the prison are designed to draw lightning strikes away from the water tower. Giant attack robot.
Uh-huh, yeah.
By turning the wheels on the rod, you should be able to redirect the electrical current away from its ground wire, rendering it useless. Follow the lightning strikes to locate all 5 rods.
Okay, so you want me to break the ground circuit on all these lightning rods so that a bolt will strike and destroy the giant attack robot posing as a water tower.
That's an accurate summation.
Even Sly thinks this shit's ridiculous. Well, fair enough.
Get clear when the lightning rod starts to glow red. That means a lightning bolt is on the way. Nice work. That lightning rod is out of commission. Look around for lightning strikes to find the other rods.
I kind of wish that, for some reason, they didn't remove the thing that you could interact with the valves on it. Well, I guess they're not technically valves per se, but you know what I'm saying. They're certainly valve-like. Not that kind of valve-like. But I don't know why they did that. I don't know if that's a mistake or if you can actually turn them back or if there's supposed to be a combination lock aspect to this whole to-do. But also, fuck, that was loud. Yeah, because it was right on top of us, right? Alright, it's 2 out of 5. Okay, well, I'm having a hard time placing them without the lightning strike, so I guess we gotta actually start using the mechanic here. Dang it. I've played too much FF14 to start caring about mechanics now. Oh. I mean, hey, that works. It did hit me twice, however, which is a little bit mean. God, they really want you to be right in the spot to make this work. 3 out of 5. Hey, we won the match, right? Apparently not. Well. Nice. That'll probably be worth some change. I was hearing a bottle in this general vicinity earlier. It's on top of the bridge. It's on top of the bridge. I wonder if that's one that we were looking for earlier and had to pass up on because we didn't have access to a character who can actually negotiate with that. No, I think that's one that was on a different bridge brace. Bridge bracer. Wait. No, that's something else. Sorry. It's a really bad pun. Which you're probably used to by now, so. Excellent. Now, of course, we don't get any guidance on where these lightning rods are other than the lightning strikes. Which, I guess, is the mission gimmick, really. Is that you have to do a bit more of an environmental tracking as opposed to just relying on Bentley, because apparently he doesn't know where those are, even though he's been all over this place at this point. Just as much as the rest of the gang has, and by the rest of the gang I mean just Sly, because Murray obviously has not. Whoa! The radius on that is huge. Yeah, I assumed that as we're taking these lightning rods down, the strikes are becoming more frequently targeted at the last few that we have. Yeah. Yeah, they are definitely becoming a lot more frequent at the comparatively few there.
Giant attack robot.
That thing looks completely ridiculous. I can't blame Sly for being like, the fuck are you talking about, Bentley? Because genuinely...
Thanks to your recent efforts, we're ready to attempt a Murray rescue. I call this plan the Trojan Take. Step 1. We use the Contessa's keys to steal one of her tanks. I'll jump in and drive while you keep out of sight by crawling underneath. With some luck, the guards won't notice anything out of the ordinary and open the prison gates for us. We casually roll in and then blast the security doors to Murray's cell block. Once inside, you'll need to improvise your way up to the guard control center and open the doors leading down to solitary confinement. Let's hope Murray hasn't cracked under the Contessa's hypnosis.
So on paper, it's a bit of a time presser here, huh? Well, let's dump our stuff real quick. All them pocket watches and stuff, you know. Alright, so that wants Bentley for us to start with, which is perfectly fine, but... Excuse me, that gives me semi-free reign to go and run around and look for those last couple of bottles. And then I have to try to hash out where the fuck the vault would be. Oh, there's one in that general area. But definitely, say, surely we want to be at higher ground for that. Whoop. May not be a whole lot of higher ground there. Whoop. Watch out for that tank, George of the Tank Jungle. I don't know where I was going with that, but it fell apart anyway, so. And then it fell apart even more. Okay, that was the one I was hearing. Got quite loud, quite far away that time then. Oops. Didn't jump that very well, as you can tell by the fact that I didn't do it at all, basically. Alright, once again, check over this house. Well, that did almost kill us, and yet it didn't in the end, so. And by that I mean we didn't even take damage from it. It wasn't even going to kill us, I don't think. Alright, just one more bottle to go. To be honest with you, this is not really a useful direction to go. How many of you guys are there? Jeez! I had to fight like 8 of these effing werewolves. And now a bat comes up. Like, calm down. Now you're just wasting my time. Which admittedly is like not really a precious resource to me most of the time, but still. It is quite irritating. It's just that it's not necessarily hard as much, just like bothersome. Yeah, see, this is a bit more of a pain in the butt because we've got these guys who are actual problems here. And also, they're kind of guarding an area that I was trying to look around in, so that's even more annoying. Fuck off! Enough with the goddamn statue werewolves, dude. It's just annoying now. It doesn't do anything useful for the level design at this point. I thought that guy had a glowing pocket, but I didn't see it correctly, because, well, judging by the fact that that wasn't the case, it's kind of course. Another one of these schmucks. Of course, the tank's seen me because it took like a frame to respond, though. Well, a little more than a frame, but you know what I'm saying. Ugh. God, that's a lot of background noise. Okay, good. He has a really short attention span. He does also have an item, so let's take Let's not take that, I guess. Let's just kill his ass the old-fashioned way. To death. Although he was being quite snappy there with 2 shots in a row. And on this... I don't know if we've been in this passage before. Probably not. Whoop. Got a little too close to that. So there's a big money item there. Whoa, hey. That was an interesting series of movements we just did. Okay. So I'm starting to get the feeling that the last bottle may not be over here, even though I definitely feel like we haven't been here before. I mean, we know that this was a plot point, and we've been around it. That's not the same. Plus, I could swear I heard the last one over here. Clearly, I was imagining it. It's on the rooftop above us. There we go. All right. Now that we've got that hashed out, Bentley, do you know where the safe is? Oh, you're not going to tell me, are you? Well, butts. I'm going to go look it up. Just so we don't spend another, like, 20 minutes looking for it. And then we can get on to the big heist here. Alright, so go by the train tracks, so I'm gonna try to figure that out, because I don't really know my way around here very well. Which has just sort of been the general theme for this game, period, but here especially. We got some problems. In terms of navigation, and it's more because, like, this whole level is made up of a lot of, like, areas that are sunk in, so it's very hard to get your bearings in terms of, like, where you can go from anywhere in particular. I'll pick this up for fun. Just in case we're able to pull this off. And this happened, so the answer is probably no, but we did push that guy straight into the water, so that's kind of good. That gives us a serious chance with this. Crawl space our way in here. And is this the place we need to go? Yes, it is!
You need an IQ of at least 140 to figure this one out. That Contessa is smarter than I'd thought. I believe the code is 248.
There we go. Didn't goof that up. What do we got? The long toss.
You've gotten the long toss move.
Tell me about that a little bit. No, actually, it won't. So that might be for someone else, which would make sense, but... Alright, let's take this back to base. And then do one last inventory dump. And finally get to busting Murray out of jail. Alright, here we are. Hand it in. Very nice. Now, Bentley, it's your turn to be really frustrating,
Sly,
probably.
I'm heading out for the tank.
Alright. Give me that ping. There it is. Actually, hold up. Where's our, Okay, so yeah, we just throw things further with those two. Oh, that's pretty good. Although, unfortunately, the length of time that it spends is kind of, predetermined a little bit. I was really hoping I didn't have to get into a serious fight here, but unfortunately the snooze bomb is a drop ability and not a throw. Which I know at that point it's like just use the darts, dumbass, but I figured the area of effect would be useful. Unfortunately, that thing doesn't seem to be very good at all. Alright. Get in the tank.
Increasing the ride height on the treads. There, that should give you enough room.
That's a little bit silly looking, but hey. Whatever.
Crawl underneath this thing and let's get moving.
Say, reping it.
I can't see you down there, so try to keep up and stay out of sight.
Alright, just gotta be careful about this.
We're approaching the prison gate. Let's see if they fall for it.
They look pretty dumb.
Suckers!
It's alright, we're just fooling the cops, basically, so, you know.
You'd better get out from underneath the tank before I let loose with a turret.
Alright. Let's go.
Okay, you're all clear. Head inside and I'll be right behind you.
Might not be much need, but hey, having somebody guarding my six would probably be helpful. Let's drop some landmines behind me and it'll be great.
I'm having some trouble sabotaging the tank. Go on ahead, I'll catch up.
A lot of these spike traps here, huh?
Okay, Bentley, what's next?
Well, that should be the guard's control center. But to be honest, I'm not sure how you're going to get up there.
Don't worry about it. Thinking of my feet.
Rocket
is what I do
jumps?
best.
Most of the security went down when we cut the power on the bridge, but a few lights seem to have a backup generator. Be careful.
Unfortunately, these fights are practically unavoidable, aren't they? I said practically. Oh, hey. You got there pretty fast. Who am I still targeting? Oh, it's some chuckle fuck down there, I guess. Well, I don't care about you. Ooh. I'm not sure if that's how I was expecting that to move. Because I was thinking of a similar looking asset in another game in this series. Pick up all this stuff. Grab the pipe. That makes the whole thing kind of shake a little bit for some reason. Oh. Hey. Yeah, we need him not facing us. And again, no time for goofing. Let's take him out nice and cleanly. And here we go. Oh, hey, they do actually do regular attacks, the spiders. Well, I think I knew that from earlier. I just forgot about it. Whoa! And they're really good at, like, getting you if you start rushing them. So, note to self, let them come to you. Okay, this definitely looks like a dead end, but maybe doing that is important. Answer seems to be no. Go this way. Take him out. Hit this thing?
Okay, I'm running your algorithmic code decryptor. You see anything happening down there?
Success! We've got access to solitary confinement.
Hot stuff. I'm heading down.
Very good, very good. Nice and straightforward. So we drop down and we go not this way because this is Murray's old cell, right? They wouldn't just lock him in a cage and throw him back there, right? That'd be stupid. And yet, we are talking about the cops here, right? Whoop. Almost got our toes roasted there.
Oh, that looks bad. I've never seen Murray like this.
He's just cold.
He's all twitchy,
Used.
bug-eyed.
Okay, yeah, he's probably high as
Being
fuck.
Forced to eat spice, right?
Yeah, he said he was feeling weird.
Well, he's weirded out, all right. I doubt he even knows we're here. Clearly, we're going to have to lure him out of that cell the hard way.
The hard way?
Explosives!
Those hypnoboxes
Explosions.
are designed to heighten the effects of spice. and he's already
Titan is spelt wrong there.
So if we turn them all on,
Good job, subtitler.
Murray's sure to become wildly hostile and probably
1 sec.
break down the door.
How do we turn on the hypno boxes?
The power switches are all defended by laser barriers. When you get close, I'll hack the laser system from my terminal down here. That should give you access.
Let's do it. Anything to help out old Murray. He's looking really bad.
Back in a sec, everybody. It's getting a little cold, so I'm gonna go shut the window. Yeah, the weather was quite nice earlier. It's just dropped to the 30s. Pardon me. It was in the 60s earlier, so yeah, 30s. That's a little too cold for me to leave the window open even overnight. So I mean, that one's on, obviously. Where's the... Ow. So one we gotta deal with next. Actually, hold up. Can you replay the... No, you can't, apparently. Right. Unfortunately, I just didn't remember what I'm supposed to do with this after I got up, so I assume that I've got to deal with it from a more remote location here.
Okay, I'm hacking
There
the
we go.
laser barrier.
Right, okay. I remember now. I think. Hey, get out of my way, guys. Yeah, so we get a couple of these because, of course, we were introduced to this very simple Atari tank game, except it's 2 sticks instead of whatever they would have had on that. We're to open the way, and here we go.
Flip the switch to turn on the hypno box.
Okay, yeah, so I was just being dumb and I forgot because of reasons.
What's that sound? Angry. Get gone.
I'll take care
Alright,
of the
number
laser
2.
wall.
I mean, I wonder if at this point we can't just, like, stick our cane in there and just... Well, no, that clearly wouldn't power it. Unless you're really good with, like, butt-ending it on the number pad or something. Because I'm pretty sure that all those things are operated just by a number pad. They sure look like they are. Also hearing a lot of noises outside. I think it might be either serious wind or might be about to start raining, possibly even thunderstorming. But I don't think it's going to be so bad that I have to be concerned, and especially we're almost done with this, so leaving abruptly is less of a concern for me, you know? Anyway.
All clear.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Tip me over and I'll smash up everything. Ah!
That's a quotation mark instead of an apostrophe. Once again, subtitler. I think it's just a consequence of, like, just hold the shift key and type them in or something. Not necessarily doing that in the best of methodology, but hey.
I'm on it.
Oh, this music is starting to sound extra ridiculous now because of how fast this bit is. Although I see they've really ramped things up here a lot. We've got a lot more gunners and we've got a lot more each of these barriers.
There
Easy.
you go.
Just slightly tedious. Okay, now that's kind of ridiculous.
Heads up, Sly. The hypno boxes are too strong for you to destroy with your cane. Try using Murray's attacks to take them out. When they're all offline, Murray should be jolted out of his spice range. Watch out!
Well, yeah, no kidding. He went for a pretty wide charge there. Ah! Fuck, his hitbox is big. It's not in a way that's useful.
Who? What? Is this heaven?
Sorry, pal. You're no angel.
Just take a few deep breaths and try to center your thoughts.
Okay.
What's with all the racket? My conscious mind is a wreck. I ought to... The weak-minded hippo is free. And he's got friends. Perhaps it's time to reevaluate some life choices.
I'm serious. I managed to keep this half of the Clockwork Heart safe. It was hard to hide from the Oh, Contessa! She's getting away!
Murray, lift those crank bars so we can chase after her.
Those are some pretty big
I'm
bars.
on it.
Alright, here we go. Here's our mash face buttons.
Let's go! You lousy, no good head shrinker!
Oh, come now, Murray. We were making such progress during our sessions.
The only mental help that I need is to never be reminded of you again.
Such displaced hostility.
Really tried.
Angry. Why not
You really strained all those brain cells coming up with that one.
channel it at your so-called friends?
I'm done talking with my mouth. Now I talk with my fists.
Sorry, but our time is up.
I'd say she's probably a little bit too fast for us anyway. Oh. Well, that was unfortunate, but at least it didn't force us to restart the mission and lose progress, I guess. Also, unfortunately, our fire punch doesn't do any extra damage to these things. Now, hold on. I want to see... Oh, yeah, it's just a passive thing. Right. Which seems to be, by and large, what Murray gets. Is he doesn't get a whole lot of extra buttons to press. Whoop. Good of her to just wait for us. And then escape in a Zeppelin, apparently.
She's getting away.
Don't worry, pal. We'll find her. With the three of us back together, she doesn't stand a chance.
Well, okay, perhaps not a literal Zeppelin, but, you know. A very ridiculous object, nevertheless. Oh, we did it!
It was great. The gang had been reunited and it was all because of me. Even the van ride out of town was like a party. Murray had to pull over twice because he was laughing so hard. But despite all the jokes, I think something had changed. Since childhood, the three of us had never been apart. And our recent isolation gave us all pause for thought. Needless to say, we took a few weeks off before getting back to work. And for the first time in my life, Murray let me drive.
Well, that chapter started out pretty annoying, but it actually got to be kind of fun after we finally were able to play a good character. But man, that start, ugh.